Okay. As I told you before, we check today the simple past and the past continuous and what it could be the possible difference between these two tenses. The first thing that we need to check is the spelling rules because as you know, they use different form of the verbs in their structures. For the simple past, remember that we have regular verbs and irregular verbs. The regular verbs have some rules that they have to follow to change for present to past. And in the past continuous, remember that we use the ing form with the main verb. Let's review the rules for these tenses. The general rule for regular verbs said that most of the verbs add ed to form the past. For example, watch, watched, play, played. If the verb finishes in e, add only d, like, liked, arrive, arrived. If the verb has a y preceded by a consonant, delete the y and add I, E, D. Study, studied, try, tried. The fourth rule for the regular verbs says that if we have consonant, vowel, consonant, double the last consonant before adding ed. Stop, stopped, rub, rubbed. In the past continuous, we are going to find similar rules, but in this case, we are going to add ing to the verb. The general rule says that the most of the verbs add ing without any change. Sing, singing, work, working. If the verb finishes in e, drop it before adding ing. Drive, driving, love, loving. If we have a consonant, vowel, consonant in a short verb, we are going to double the last consonant before adding ing. Run, running, swim, swimming. Finally, if the verb ends in ie, change it for ing. Lie, lying, die, dying. And as we know, the irregular verbs has to be memorized. There's no other way to learn them. For example, the past tense for do is did. For go is went. For eat is ate. For fly is flew. For have is had. And forget is got. As you can see, we cannot have any rule to classify these verbs. You need to memorize them. Let's start then with the grammar. In affirmative, the simple past use the past form of the verb after the subject. We use the same simple form of the verb if it is regular or irregular with all the persons. I did, you did, he did, she did, etc. I ran, you ran, it ran, he ran, okay? We went, you went, they went, okay? As we can see, we don't change the form of the verb. We use the same form for all persons. In the past continuous, we need the auxiliary verb to be in past, of course, was or were, followed by the main verb with an ing ending. For example, I was doing my homework yesterday. You were doing your homework yesterday. He was doing his homework yesterday. Then, as you see in these affirmative sentences, they have a different grammar structure. In negative, you know that we use the particle not added to the auxiliary verb. For the simple past, we are going to use did as an auxiliary verb in contraction with not. And we use didn't for all persons. But remember that the main verb is going to be in present. Let's check the examples. I didn't do. You didn't do. He didn't do. She didn't run. We didn't go. See that after the auxiliary verb in negative, we have the main verb in simple form or present. In the past continuous, we only add the particle not to the verb to be in past. And in that way, we get the contraction wasn't or weren't. Again, in the interrogative, the simple past use the auxiliary did, but in this case, we are going to write did at the beginning of the sentence. And after the subject, we use the main verb in simple form or present. Did I do? Did you do? Did he do? Did she run? Did you go? In the past continuous, we only change the verb to be was or were to the beginning point of the sentence. Was I doing? Were you doing? Was he doing? Etc. For this kind of questions, we have two possible short answers, one affirmative and one negative. In the simple past, we have yes, I did. No, I didn't. Yes, she did. No, she did. The auxiliary verb doesn't change. For the past continuous, we have was or were. It depends on our subject. Yes, I was. No, I wasn't. Yes, you were. No, you weren't. Yes, they were. No, they weren't. Yes, she was. No, she wasn't. Let's check the use for the simple past. It describes a completed action in a time before now. For example, Bob read 2 books last month. My mom baked a chocolate cake. And the first use for the past continuous, it emphasizes that something lasted for a while. I was working in the garden all day. Paul was reading all evening. We have a second use for the simple past that refers to actions that happened at a specific time in the past. I got a present yesterday. We had a great time in Rome last year. And for the past continuous, we have that it refers to temporary habits or habits that happen more often than we expect in the past. He was always working in the garden. Susan was constantly singing. Then we can find signal words. For the simple past, a definite point in time, last week, when I was a child, yesterday, 6 weeks ago. For indefinite point in time, the other day, ages ago, a long time ago. And we have more simple past signal words as ago, in 2011, in 1999, last month, last week, last year, yesterday. And in the past continuous, the signal words that we can find are yesterday at 9 a.m., last week on Sunday, 3 years ago in May. Check that they are similar. because they refer to the past. Finally, let's check if we understand more or less the difference between the simple past and the past continuous form. Can you help me to complete these exercises, please? A volunteer to complete the first sentence. Hello, a volunteer. Who can help us? Yes. Castañeda, Alonso.
My?
Astrid.
I
Ari?
sleep it. I didn't hear you coming.
Okay, again, please repeat it.
I sleep it. I didn't hear you coming.
Okay, sleeping, it's okay. But before sleeping, what we need?
Was?
I was
asleep it. I didn't hear you coming.
Okay, I was sleeping. I didn't hear you coming. Okay, another volunteer for the second one, please. Another volunteer, please.
My? I come irregular or irregular?
Irregular.
So I came to
Yes.
see her twice, but she wasn't home.
Yes, you're right. Thank you. Yes, you're right. I came to see her twice. Yes. Next, please. Next. Okay, another volunteer, please.
Me again.
Okay, Ari, thank you.
What didn't? Sería? I was
No,
watching TV.
check the answer, please.
Okay. What did I yesterday?
Not exactly.
What do you do?
What did you do? No, because the answer is very important. In this case, we don't use did. Check the answer. In what tense the answer is? In simple past or past continuous?
Past continuous.
Okay, then do the question in past continuous.
What didn't was?
No, didn't is simple past.
What doing? What was doing?
Was no. Okay, I'm going to help you a little. Okay. What were you doing? I was watching. Okay, what were you doing? I was watching TV. Okay, next, please. Help me with the next one. Robin Hood. Come on. We are 10 people in class. I know that you can do it. Please help me.
Me again.
Yes, please, Ari. The verbs are irregular, Ari.
Still, I don't know.
It's soul.
Soul,
Stole.
stole.
Yes.
Robin Hood stole from the church and gave to the poor.
Exactly. And gave to the poor. Okay. Stole, past tense, and gave to the poor. Okay. The last one, I home very late last night.
I
came.
home.
Exactly. I came. Read it complete, please. Castañeda.
I came home very late last night.
Thank you. Thank you, Castañeda. Okay. Let's check another part of this exercise. How long?
Had the flow.
But it's a question, Ari. It's question. Have the flu, it's okay. But the question.
Is where or
How long?
where I have?
No, not where. Because it's simple past.
Did have the
Did
flow.
have. Who? What is the subject? It's okay. Did and have. But we are forgetting the person. Who is the person? Who is the subject? How long did
Did had the flow. Is
who? The person. How long did
is
the person? Let me help you a little. Did you have? Okay. As I told you, Ari, the person, you, okay? Because you say, how long did have the flu? It's okay, but don't forget to include the subject, okay? Next, please.
okay.
Next, another volunteer for next. I home very late last night.
I came home very late last night.
Exactly. I came home very late last night. Okay, the other one, please. We breakfast when she walked into the room. Have the verb.
We had breakfast when she walked into the room.
No. Okay, in this case, we need the past, progressive, or continuous. Okay, then how you are going to form this sentence with the past continuous. Jorge, Eduardo, can you help us?
We had.
Had, no, because that is simple past. Past continuous.
We having breakfast.
Having, it's okay. Having, it's okay. But before having, what we need? The auxiliary verb. What auxiliary verb? Oh, exactly, Aline. Can you say it complete, please?
We were having breakfast when she walked in the room.
Yes, okay, thank you. Yes, remember, we are marking the difference between simple past and past continuous. Last month, I decided to buy a new car. And today, I finally
Bought it.
Ari?
Bought it.
Bought it, exactly. Bought is the past for buy. And the last one, please. A volunteer. They to school when they saw an accident.
They were walking to school when
Yes,
the side.
Astrid.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. Okay, they were walking to school. Thank you so much. They were walking to school when they saw an accident. As you can see, it's not difficult. It's very easy, but you need to practice it. Okay, thank you so much for your help and your attention to the presentation. Okay, let's check that. I don't know if you have any question, commentary. No? Thank you so much for your help. Okay, you did it very, very well. Ok. Entonces vamos a ver si no tienen algún comentario, alguna duda, alguna aclaración en lo que los pueda asesorar. ¿No? Bueno. Les mandé a su al WhatsApp 2 carteles de unos talleres que se van a impartir por parte de la maestra Ruth y de la doctora Ingrid. Ojalá y puedan asistir a ellos, ojalá y sus tiempos y actividades se los permitan. Aquellas personitas que puedan asistir al taller van a tener un punto extra, pero quiero que se entienda bien lo del punto extra para que después no haya algún malentendido. El punto extra es sobre tu calificación. Tu calificación, tu evaluación del curso no se está tocando para nada. Ni este punto tiene que ver con tu evaluación. Es un punto extra. Es decir, te lo voy a plantear así. Si ya cuando haga yo la evaluación de tu curso total tienes 5.8, por así decirlo, no lo deseo ni lo quiero. Pero vamos a decir que tienes 5.8, pero te dice el tiempo de ir a este taller. El hecho de ir a este taller, porque la maestra Ruth y la doctora Ingrid van a pasar lista, te da derecho a un punto. Entonces ese 5.8 se va a convertir en 6.8 y de cierta manera te estaría ese punto brindando el apoyo que necesitas para aprobar tu materia. Bueno, la materia de inglés. Ok, entonces también nuevamente te lo vuelvo a decir, pues ya está en ti. Yo nada más cumplo con invitarte, con sugerirte que si lo deseas ingreses a uno de estos talleres, ¿sí? Y los beneficios que te puede reportar, aparte de que practiques ahí el inglés. Ok, no sé si quedó entendido lo que te propuse de estos talleres.
Sí.
¿Sí?
Sí, ok.
Gracias, Fernando. Gracias, Maite. Ok,
Pero-
no está incluido en tu evaluación, ¿eh? Tu evaluación es sobre 10, ¿sí? Para que después también no se vaya a dar. Es que como no fui al taller, me está reprobando. No, no. El taller es extra, por eso estoy diciendo punto extra, punto fuera de lo que te mereces, ¿ok? ¿Te mereces más? Ve al taller, ¿ok? Alguien me iba a comentar algo, creo que Ari. ¿No? ¿No? ¿Nadie tiene algún comentario extra?
No, Doc.
Ah, bueno,
Ok.
entonces, ya, creo que ya pusieron su nombre. Ah, no faltan, ahí falta, creo que ya fueron. No se les olvide poner su nombre, ¿sí? Y su número de grupo en el chat. Y nos vemos dentro de 15 días. Recuerden que próximo sábado no nos conectamos, por favor. Que tengan unas felices fiestas. Cuídense mucho. See you. Bye, bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you, teacher.
See you,
See
You're
you.
teacher.
welcome.
Thanks.
Bye.
See you,
See
teacher.
you. Don't mention it. Bye.